Oh, this is going to be such an intense month in so many different ways, but especially when it comes to this challenge that you are going to be thinking about so much, so intensely. My gorgeous Piscerini, things are going to be throughout the month of May, but especially when it comes to the 12th, in between the 12th of May and the actual 19th of May. At this stage and this period is going to literally change so much. But what is going to happen if you are basically going to be thinking very intensely, and you need to pay attention to these particular days I mentioned. You're going to be thinking so intensely how much you want to take a certain challenge on, how much you wish to take a certain challenge on, and then you're going to realize, that this in itself, it's actually going to become inevitable for you to do. So first of all, it's going to be like, oh yeah, I'm thinking about this choice, I'm thinking about this option, but my goodness, you are going to realize within this stage, within these days I've mentioned, that this in itself, it's going to be absolutely inevitable for you to do, because there is a specific information that you are going to get hold of, and your number when it comes to numerology is 1111. Of course that this is a mind-blowing number, and it's all happening how it's meant to be happening, when exactly it's meant to happen in your life. And that's why at around that particular time you are going to become aware of this invaluable information. This information is going to open your eyes, and you are going to find out something that you didn't know, something ludicrous, something crazy, something mind-blowing, something completely out of this world, but it's nothing to do with you, and it's nothing to do with your life. But you will be able to use this information. You will be able to use this information because there is so much that is going to start making sense to you, looking at the bigger picture. It is nothing to do with your life, but it's more to do with you just knowing, by having this information, that you are most certainly doing the right thing. So this is why I said that this in itself, it's going to become absolutely inevitable for you to do, because exactly 11 days after that moment in time, exactly 11 days after that moment in time, do you see how many number 11s you have? This is sacred. Exactly 11 days after that moment in time, my gorgeous Pisceini, you are going to, you're actually going to have an opportunity, a really crazy opportunity, unbelievably crazy opportunity, but in a good way. And you are not gonna even realize how big this opportunity it's actually going to be. The real glimpse of how big this opportunity it's actually going to be, you're only gonna become aware of by the end of September 2023. But now this in itself, it's about to start. It's about to start such a sacred unfoldment in your life. And I like this so much, because all this is going to happen completely out of the blue, but it is going to have a very strong connection and a very strong correlation with what is also going to be quite a lot on your mind on the very 1st of May. On the very 1st of May, you need to pay attention to, there is something very specific that you're going to be thinking about, something very specific, and you need to kind of reflect in a different way, because what you're going to be thinking about so intensely, you're also slowing yourself down, you're blocking yourself from doing just that, because subconsciously you are being like kind of negative about it, and this in itself, it's really slowing you down. So on the 1st of May, you need to pay attention to this, because this is going to be kind of like really connected to now what I just said. This is going to be completely connected to the situation that I started this reading with. So the 1st of May, it's going to have a very strong correlation with everything, but you need to really talk to yourself. You need to talk to yourself, my gorgeous Pisceini. This is very important, because you seem to be standing in your own way with something. Only you can do something about it. So please, for the love of God, when it comes to the 1st of May, please try to understand and realize that that you are the answer to your own problem. Don't get me wrong, but you are the answer to your own problem. So you just need to change your mind about something. You need to change your way of thinking about something and then start all over again. I say then start all over again because this in itself also has got a very powerful glimpse from things that you have been doing before. You have been either thinking about it like, oh my God, so intensely, and then I'm just seeing this like, oh my God, so strongly, or either you kind of attempted like a certain bits and pieces related to this, like connected to this before. So this is why my thinking that is like for some reason like you need to start something all over. Now this is so important, my gorgeous Piscelini, because as I said, this is gonna lead towards that particular situation which is going to happen later on, which is indeed as the karmic result, as the karmic reward is bringing you an opportunity which is literally going to change every single aspect of your life, of course in the best possible way. What a remarkable month you're going to have. This month is bringing you like hope like never before, and that hope is going to like inspire you so much, because you will know that there are like a really interesting prospects coming to you. This in itself is going to allow you to do what you wanted to do in absolute ages, but it's more about the optimism which you are going to have. Pay attention to the actual good sign and omen which you are going to have on the very 21st of May. On the very 21st of May, you're going to have such a good sign, such a good omen at around the time when you become aware of the outcome of some kind of a past effort. You need to pay attention to, because you're going to become aware of the outcome of a past effort, and you are going to feel really pleased with yourself, really happy with yourself. But then at the same time, this is going to be like this is going to be the time where you are going to have this good omen, good sign. And that good omen and good sign, it's more going to be about what exactly do you need to give your energy to, and what exactly do you need to be creative about. This is ever so important. And also, my gorgeous Piscelini, like there is somebody like which is going to be acting in a very strange and a very unusual way. Somebody very close to you, very important to you, and you're not going to be able to understand what is actually happening, but that particular person is really suffering inside. So somebody who is very close to you, whether this is a family member who you maybe haven't seen in a while, or maybe this is a friend who you haven't seen in a while, but somebody very close to you is like kind of going to be acting in a very strange and unusual way. And you just like, as soon as you become aware of that particular person, there is some kind of information that you have that this person needs so badly. There is some kind of information that you have. So it's a lot to do with your experience. This is ever so important to do, my gorgeous Piscelini, because somebody is going to really need your help. And that particular person has that particular person is going through something very dark, very difficult. That particular person is going through certain changes, but is getting too close to something very dangerous and very negative. That person is getting very close to like a dangerous situation where that person can be misled really terribly in doing something what people do when they're very weak. So please try to see who this is, and you don't need to kind of look who this is. I'm telling you that you are going to have this information about that particular person. You're going to hear something about them, like they've done something or they said something, and this is going to be completely out of character. And that in itself is going to be a clear sign, and that in itself is going to be a clear indication as well. And also when it comes to 1111, my gorgeous Piscelini, my goodness, listen to me. You're going to be dreaming. You're going to be be dreaming throughout this month, and you are also going to be you're going to be able to remember your dreams like never before. See how many dreams that you are going to have, my gorgeous Pisces, throughout the months of May. They're going to be so many dreams, and they're going to be crazy. They're going to be mental. They're going to be extremely vivid and extremely colorful. And every single dream that you are going to have, it's going to be completely different. But let me tell you something. You will realize that all these dreams are actually connected. All these dreams are trying to point you towards the certain point, towards the certain direction. All these dreams, as I said, are going to be absolutely completely different. But you will work out by the end of May that you are being guided through your own dreams. You are being guided through your own dreams. Then you're going to realize how intelligent and how smart you are, but through your own spirituality. When people are extremely intelligent when it comes to their own spirituality, they're able to read and understand so much that other people can't. The spiritual intelligence is the most important intelligence while we are living this life. The more spiritually intelligent we are, the more spiritual we become. The more we understand about ourselves, the more we understand our dreams. And this is exactly what is going to lead towards such a wonderful moment where you're going to realize how spiritual and how intelligent and how smart and how clever you are, my gorgeous Pisces. But also, what are you going to find so interesting, so mind-blowing, so out of this world? What these dreams are trying to tell you, what direction these dreams are trying to kind of nudge you to go towards. This is when things are going to become very, very interesting, because first of all, you're going to be like, what on earth is this? Like, I cannot believe that this is all leading me to do this, leading me to do that. And your first initial reaction is going to be like absolutely ridiculous. But then something is going to start, baby. Something is going to be triggered within you, and you're not going to be able to stop thinking about it whatsoever. And then you're going to realize that this is just a part of an absolutely massive picture, and it's also bringing you an incredible missing puzzle. And that particular missing puzzle that I'm talking about, once it lands, baby, and it's going to land at the moment in time when you have this understanding, what your dreams were trying to like kind of direct you towards. Once you understand this, at that moment in time, the missing puzzle is about to land. And what is going to be remarkable, that it's like the whole picture is going to be completely different. This is going to refresh your mind. It's going to rejuvenate you. It's going to re-energize you, but it's also gonna like open you up so nicely and make you realize it's like almost you're gonna get a kick up your bum, to do what you want to do, and not to wait for him, for her, blah blah blah, just to do what you want to do. Start what you want to do, and then think about the problems later, and then think about the blockages later, and then think about negativities later. Because the problem that you've been facing, my gorgeous Pisces, is that maybe within the last 7 or 8 months, every single time when you wanted to start something, you would come up with a problem, with a problem. And I'm not having a go at you or anything like that, but I'm just telling you that this is the way things were in your life for the last 7 or 8 months, I would say. Every single time, like when you wanted to start something, you would kind of find some kind of a problem subconsciously that it would take over, of course, and then it would kind of prevent you from doing this. This is to do with things not being right in your life, maybe lately, but at the same time, it's to do with the balance not being right. Because if you're standing in front of something that you want to do so badly and so intensely, but you just kind of find yourself not doing it by finding some kind of excuses, then there is a problem, there is a blockage. And this is a brilliant thing about this, that blockage is about to be removed. And this is why the month of May is going to bring such an important impact into your lives. Oh my goodness, just remember that your number in numerology is 1111, and that also also means that, you know, it's a lot to do with like what is also going to happen on the 27th of May. But I'm going to talk about the 27th of May in just a couple of moments. And also, my gorgeous Piscelini, you know, you need to kind of like pay attention to like a nutrition and on your health and things like that. You are going to realize that you are going to have so much more energy, and that's absolutely brilliant. But do pay attention to what your body is trying to tell you. What your body is going to try to desperately tell you and desperately warn you about paying attention to something. This could be absolutely anything. Okay, and you need to kind of really pay attention to what your body is trying to tell you, because you are gonna need to work on something. Maybe you need more exercise, maybe you need to more, you know, change your diet, maybe you need to drink more water. You know, pay attention to your body. It is ever so important, because your body is going to let you know something that you didn't know before that you need to pay attention to. Okay, and at that moment in time, because you're trusting your spirit, you're trusting your soul, you're listening to your intuition, there is a spiritual reward for that. And you know what is the spiritual reward? You just need to acknowledge it and then do something about it. But at the moment in time you acknowledge this, you already start the process of healing. It's like a rather magical moment that can happen like every now and then. It depends when the energies are right. Okay, so now the energies are going to be absolutely perfect. And when it comes to nutrition, my vitamins are on a half price sale. They are ridiculously cheap for what they are. My vitamins are made with a superb like a high exceptional ingredients, you know they are. And also they are like without any chemicals, without any fillers, without any unnecessary horrible vile ingredients that are only making people unwell. My vitamins are without any fillers, without chemicals. They are pure vitamins, and they're suitable for vegetarians and vegans, and they are at the moment on a half price sale. Absolutely ridiculously cheap. So I highly recommend you natural vitamin D3, which is going to of course boost your immune system, alongside natural zinc picolinate, which is ever so important in combination with vitamin D3 in order to boost your immune system. And the third supplement I highly recommend you would be organic chlorella, which is rich in protein and essential fatty acids, which our body cannot produce by itself, but it's essential for our brain, for our mind, for our memory, for focus and things like that. And on top of that, organic chlorella is absolutely brilliant because it's fantastic for detox, and most importantly to detoxify our body from the dangerous metals that are absolutely everywhere nowadays. If you would like to buy my vitamins, and I highly recommend you because they are ridiculously cheap on a half price sale, the link is going to be in the description below. Just click on the name of this video and it's going to expand, and you will see at the bottom my vitamins, or you just go like on Google and type in Sasha Bonasin vitamins and you will see my page coming up that way as well. So this is like a zinc picolinate. Hello. This is like a natural vitamin D3. Hi. And this is like organic chlorella. That's organic. Hello. That's a hello. Organic chlorella is twice hello. Yeah. This is organic chlorella here. Okay. So as I said, you know, if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, check with your GP. Only they can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. So now, my gorgeous Piscelini, I'm going to start with the very first date. Now, I've already mentioned why the 1st of May is going to be important. On the 1st of May, you're just going to need to kind of change your mind about something, change your opinion about something that you're seeing in the bad and negative light. You need to really change your mind and see it in a positive light, okay? Instead of seeing this as something really bad, you just need to start changing your mind and seeing this as something really positive. What I was talking about on the very 1st of May. I hope I'm not too confusing. When it comes to the actual 2nd of May, let me show you. Where is it? Here. When it comes to the 2nd of May, my gorgeous Piscelini, when it comes to the 2nd of May, you know there is going to be some kind of temptation, some vile temptation. On the 2nd of May, there is going to be a vile temptation. And I'm saying vile because the weirdest temptation is, and the more difficult temptation is, then the more like kind of vile I call it. It can more damage you, you know what I mean? So now, just remember that on the 2nd of May, you are going to have this temptation, and now you just kind of like have to trust yourself. If something is too good to be true, just avoid it whatsoever. Just remember, on the 2nd of May, something is going to be offered to you. Maybe you're going to be, hello my darling, maybe you're going to be like even like kind of something is going to be offered to you. Maybe you're even going to be kind of pressurized in order to do something. So you just need to remain strong. But you don't really need to remain strong, because you just need to follow your kind of intuition. You will know that something is not right. Trust me, by the end of this particular day, by the end of the you do that right, you avoid temptation. By the end of this day, what's really important is that you are going to have a really, really interesting idea, like really interesting idea about yourself, about your life, about your quality of life and things like that, about ultimately making a big change. But that wouldn't happen if you go for that temptation. So just avoid this temptation, my gorgeous Piscelini. It is ever so important. The second important date is going to be on the 4th of May. On the 4th of May, you know, you are going to start to understand, oh my lordy lord, on the 4th of May, I like this so much, because you are going to start to understand something. It's about beginning of understanding here. Only here you're going to start to understand why you had a lack of ambition, what was making you feel so tired, what was making you feel so dark, what was making you feel so negative, what was making you feel so drained, you know, all the time. This is an absolutely brilliant sign for two reasons. For reason number one, you overcame something really bad and something really difficult and something really negative that you've been struggling and dealing with. And then for number two, this is also going to kind of lead towards such an interesting realization, interesting and important realization. You will have such an important realization here, especially when it comes to what you want to do next. My God, at the same time, you know, you will recognize how gifted and how smart you actually are, and you will also realize the bigger picture, especially when it comes to like what you're gonna do next, because this will help you to recognize your next big step, my gorgeous Piscelini. Here you will be able to see here you will also be able to see who you can trust to and who you cannot trust to, you know. And by the 27th of May, you will already have a very interesting opportunity, which is going to be like pretty much so the beginning of that next step. So it's gonna take a little while. It's gonna take until the 27th of May when you actually make this step, okay? This is a big banana here. Like 27th of May, it's like a giant banana here, seriously, because you're gonna have to wait until the 27th of May, and on the 27th of May something beautiful is going to happen. And this is why you're gonna have the spiritual petrol, which is gonna give you so much power in order to make this step, you know. But also what is gonna be happening in between is gonna be ever so important. And don't forget that I said about to pay attention to your dreams and things like that, because they're gonna be revelations for you throughout the month of May, absolutely everywhere. Another thing I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Piscelini, absolutely gorgeous little baby here. Look at this, Nephrit Jade. This is absolutely brilliant when it comes to talking, when it comes to you expressing yourself, when it comes to you having more new and important and interesting ideas. Nephrit Jade is fantastic because it helps you to attract a good luck. It's a brilliant for good luck. It helps you to attract finances, and if you're working on certain projects, you'll unlock something so powerful within, which really kind of gives you more energy in order to kind of move on with things when things are very difficult, maybe, or you're dealing with difficult people. You know, this kind of helps you to stay yourself, to stay true to yourself, but at the same time it keeps the body safe from the damaging effects of external sources. And it's brilliant for the nervous system. It's brilliant when we are stressed. It's brilliant when we are anxious, because all these vibrations and energy don't affect our essence whatsoever. So we always stay on top of things, you know. And it's also kind of absolutely brilliant when it comes to like a healing the immune system as well. Absolutely fantastic. I highly recommend you to wear this, my gorgeous Piscelini, in May, June, July and August. But every single time when you need something to pick you up, but if you feel stressed, nervous or negative or uncomfortable, you know, or anxious, you know, this really helps you to break through that ice, my gorgeous Piscelini, indeed. So this Nephrid jade comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. The second important date is going to be on the very much so 11th of May. Of course, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Raise your vibration, my gorgeous Piscelini. Raise your vibration on the 11th of May, like a massive problem is going to come to an end on the very much so 11th of May. This is so important, and this problem that it's going to come to an end, okay, it is going to be pretty much so such a satisfactory result, of course, which in itself is going to, there is something that is going to inspire you. There is something that is going to inspire you so much as well here when that problem comes to an end, because you're going to realize you've learned something really special. You learned something really amazing here from some kind of problem coming to an end. So it's a double whammy. It's not only about problem coming to an end, but it's more about the realization what you've actually learned, baby. Out of some kind of darkness, there is a really beautiful light about to come out, because you will know exactly what do you need to invest to. You know, this is going to clearly show you wise investments to make, indeed, and where these wise investments you should be making. So this is why 11th of May it's going to be absolutely brilliant. You know, that problem that I said that it is going to come to an end, it's not like just problem coming up to an end by itself, but you're just going to kind of know what to do. You know, you're just going to realize what to do, and then by realizing what to do, you will know how this problem is going to come to an end. But it's looking at a different picture by you knowing and realizing and recognizing, you know, like what exactly did you learn out of this experience. It's more about what you've learned out of this experience, and this is all going to lead towards you investing towards what you should be investing at this stage in your life. Something that was going on and that was happening, it's going to make you see things differently from a much better angle, much more experienced angle, which is going to bring so much into your life as well. The next important day on the 11th, on the 11th of May, another thing I was going to say, by the end of the day, on the 11th of May, you will have a clear sign here, and you will know exactly what you are in self-denial about as well. Please don't forget this. By the end of the day, on the 11th of May, you are going to have a clear sign, and you will know exactly what you are in self-denial about. This is so important, baby. Do not ignore this whatsoever, because as soon as you become aware of this, you are going to have another gorgeous lotus moment. You've been through so much, and now you're about to face the sunshine. The next important date, my gorgeous Piscelini, dates are gonna be it's going to be on the 16th. I'll tell you why I said dates, because 17th is also important. But first of all, it's going to be the 16th of May. Now, on the 16th of May, you are going to come across someone really, really sad. No, it's not funny though, but you're going to come across someone really, really sad. This person is going to be so sad. I don't know what happened to this person, but this person is going to be so sad, so lonely, so like completely dark and negative. And you know what? There is something, you're going to come across this person, someone very sad and very negative. And then, you're going to start getting worried about yourself in a way, because now what happened to that person, why that person is going to be sad and negative. This is what you're going to become so worried about, and that in itself, it's really kind of going to have such an effect on you, my gorgeous Pisces, where you're going to realize, you are going to realize that you need to carry on with some kind of plans, some kind of such an important plans. I'm not being funny. This person, it's something sad happened to this person, and this is going to really kind of get you and affect you in such a way where you are going to open your eyes, and this is going to trigger something within you, and that in itself, it's really kind of going to remind you of something of your own situation, and that in itself is going to remind you on another hand exactly like, oh my God, I need to carry on with these plans. Whether you're going to be worried that something like this is going to happen to you, it doesn't really matter. It's actually going to have a really positive effect on you, impact on you, where you're going to know exactly that you need to be sharp, and you need to be quick. You need to be sharp with something, and you need to be quick with something, and you need to be clever about something. And in order to be quick, clever, and sharp about something, then at the same time, you need to carry on with some kind of a plans. And at that moment, this is to do with your wishes, my gorgeous Pisces, but also at the same time, this is actually going to give you so much hope and confidence, especially when it comes to you kind of maybe being worried about making the certain steps, or not knowing how you're going to do this. There's so many elements of the actual unknown here. It's like, oh my God. But then at the same time, you are gonna realize, why did you have a lack of strength, and because you had maybe suspicion about something, and this was really causing the lack of strength for you to carry on with this particular plans. So this is why this is going to be so important by the end of the actual 17th now. So that's why I mentioned the 17th as well. So this is going to happen on the 16th, but on the 17th of May already, you are going to kind of now have such a respect for some kind of knowledge. You're gonna have such a strong desire to learn something, and where before you didn't have a confidence, now you're just not going to care whatsoever, because at around the same time you're gonna become aware of some kind of a danger on the outside, something you're gonna hear about the outside, and you're gonna start worrying about your life, and that in itself couldn't have happened at a better time, because it's going to make you so determined. And that determination that you are going to feel, it's like a key, the spiritual key in itself, which is about to unlock so many doors for you here. Indeed, you are going to feel that you are very powerful, and I like it, and that in itself is going to bring this deep emotional feeling within. You are going to find yourself on a beautiful spiritual quest, and you are going to love it. So now, my gorgeous Pisces, and another pendant I would show you. Look at this absolutely gorgeous baby. Look how striking and how gorgeous this is. This is called Orange Seam Agate. It promotes emotional stability, courage, and persistence in the heart, soul, and essence. It soothes and calms the aura as well. This is probably one of the most powerful pendants when it comes to us feeling confidence, courage, when it comes to us feeling very strong, when it comes to us feeling very powerful, when it comes to us feeling unbreakable. It really helps you to reconnect with yourself through your own passion on one hand, but then on another hand, it also helps you to reconnect with yourself through your own courage and confidence. When you have a courage and confidence, you have the power to do whatever you want to do. You have a power to move the mountains. There have been so many instances in all of our lives where we have been like affected by our confidence, because as soon as your confidence is affected, it just really temper with every single aspect of your own energy. As soon as your confidence is affected, almost as if someone pierces a little hole within your energy system, and then the energy start coming out that should be contained. And this is why this is so important, my gorgeous Piscelini. It helps you to be courageous, strong, and it helps you to stay on top of things as well. For the next few months, every single time you need a little bit of courage, I highly recommend you to wear this. This comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. So thank you very much for that, my gorgeous Piscelini. The last important date is going to be on the 27th of May. Now, this is a big mama. This is a big banana. Sorry about that. This is what I was talking about, because here it's like, first of all, you are gonna feel very, very creative, very, very creative. You're gonna feel so much energy. You're gonna feel different. You're gonna feel like you are part of some kind of a completely different dimension, and you are on that day going to have, as I said, you're going to feel very energetic and very creative, and something really, really mind-blowing is going to happen. You are going to have this such a meaningful experience. I cannot explain this to you. How much is this going to affect you? This meaningful experience is going to open your eyes. It's going to bring so much of a positive energy into your lives. It's going to show you exactly what you were missing, but it's also going to show you exactly which directions, to go towards. Naturally, you want to do what makes you feel good, what makes you feel passionate, what makes you feel happy. Just remember that this in itself is a beautiful, meaningful experience. It's gonna be like an adventure. Seriously, it's gonna feel like an adventure. And here you are going to have this opportunity. Here you are going to realize this opportunity. And now this is like, it's about the next big step here, which is not going to happen until you eliminate something from your life. You're also going to eliminate here, so you will know you're going to make a really big step here, a really huge step. You're going to have a really amazing opportunity. But at the same time, when you become aware of this opportunity, you will also know that you need to eliminate something from your life, okay? And you will know that what you need to eliminate from your life here, it's like you're actually gonna feel like, oh, thank God, I'm so done with this, I'm so sick of that, blah blah blah. So it's going to feel like that. So you just need to also understand that you're gonna need to eliminate something from your life. But what you're going to eliminate just literally came to an end. Whether I can call this a sacrifice, yeah, I suppose. It's not even sacrifice anymore. Just about recognizing and realizing what has come to an end. What do you need to eliminate? Well, you need to understand that, on the 27th, in between the 27th of May and the end of that month, this is all about this opportunity that you are going to have. And this opportunity is strongly connected to everything that was happening on the 4th of May. So remember, I said what was happening on the 4th of May, it's going to have a major unfoldment on the 27th of May. And from the 27th of May onwards, it's all about like this opportunity that you are going to have. And this is going to bring a really success into your life, especially when it comes to your finances. And also at the same time, this is going to bring an amazing victory as well when it comes to so many difficulties. This in itself, it's most importantly bringing a mind-blowing stability. There is so much which is actually going to start changing after this moment in time. This in itself, it's about to really bring the whole new world of opportunities, possibilities, and things that you were thinking about so much. Only now they're about to start happening and unfolding in your lives. Absolutely remarkable indeed. And when it comes to the my gorgeous Piscelini, when it comes to those of you who are in relationship, you know you're gonna need to have a little chat with each other, because it's like, oh God, this is the problem, because you were like so much planning to do something like, oh yeah baby, I'm gonna do this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and you were just planning something so much for so long, and then you know you were like kind of like really on top of everything, and then you kind of like left something behind, like a very important plan, something very important that you've been working on. And I've seen this before and I'm seeing this again. So karmically, this is going to be keep on coming back, and it's going to come back in such a form where you're going to realize it's going to be a little bit of bickering in between you two. This is for the couples. It's going to be a little bit of bickering, a little bit of argument, nothing dangerous, nothing horrible, but then you're going to realize that you're arguing about something that you argued about before. And then you're gonna like not that long ago, so something was left like kind of unresolved, and it's to do with an argument from before about something really important, and this is what you're gonna be bickering about. So on one hand, this is also a sign that you're gonna need to sort this out, because you're gonna realize what is making you both unhappy, and not with each other, but maybe with your life and your lifestyle, because almost as if like you're gonna realize you've got everything what you need, but you are going to need a change. You know, you will both need a change. Why you both feel so uncomfortable and unhappy maybe, and that in itself is going to make you realize it's a lot to do with your immediate environment, and it's a lot to do with where you are, and it's a lot to do with where you're spending the most of your time. You will really realize how much you want to maybe move on somewhere else, or you will realize how much the certain changes are needed, like there is no tomorrow. So this is why this is so important. And also, my gorgeous Piscelini, what else I was going to say, you know that someone is going to just try to pressurize you both towards something, and you're both going to realize that something is not right here. Someone is going to be so pushing, and someone is going to be pressurizing both of you to do something, and you're both going to realize this, thank God, and you're both going to realize that something is not right there. But this is going to trigger something within you within the next few days. You're going to realize, both of you, this is going to bring desire to recover things that are lost, and then you both going to have a kind of, you're going to realize through your pasts, you know, reflections on the past are going to bring you bring insight, especially when it comes to like what do you need to do in order to have like a perfection and harmony when it comes to your life. But also, most importantly, you're going to realize that you really need to start something. Now it's time, okay? And when it comes to those of you in a relationship, I mean, this is brilliant. You're going to do something when it comes to those of you that are single, when it comes to those of you that are single, ready to mingle, you know, you are actually going to you're going to do something like really out of blue. Sorry, love. You're going to do something really out of blue. You're going to do something that you normally don't do. And maybe you, like, it's a lot to do with like you're making some kind of change or alteration or edit. That's how I see. And it's to do with your life, and it's to do with people in your life, it's to do with your feelings, it's to do with your emotion, you know, it's to do with wavavumish things, you know, but you are going to feel like you want to make a certain change and alteration. And most importantly, you are going to be at it. And then, oh my God, someone really, really special, it's about to start admiring you. There is someone that is like, oh my God, gonna start liking you, and someone who's gonna start admiring you, and you're gonna find this so rewarding. You're gonna feel really, really pleased with yourself. This person is someone really gorgeous, someone really beautiful, someone very smart, and very clever, somebody who's extremely responsible, but there's somebody who's extremely creative as well, somebody who is like a professional, but somebody who's also really spiritual. This is somebody who is like kind of like knows a lot of things, but somebody who is extremely, I think somebody who's extremely educated actually, okay, but also it is somebody extremely educated, but somebody extremely religious, and somebody extremely spiritual. You've got like a bit of everything in this one. So there is someone very, very special who is about to admire you, and you are going to become aware of this in the weirdest of ways. In the weirdest of ways, you will know, oh my God, this person fancies me, or this person likes me. And at that moment in time, you're going to be like, oh my God, you're going to feel a really like, wow, do you know, like you're going to start feeling very important because this person is fancying you. I'm not saying that you're not important, but this is someone really special, you know, and this person is instantly going to have an amazing impact on you and on your life as well. Because as soon as you become aware of who this is, when this happens, now almost as if you're going to start becoming artistic. You know, this is almost like kind of gonna, there is so much that is actually gonna start inspiring you only like when you're thinking about this person, let alone when you kind of get close, oh my gorgeous Pisces. But I'm telling you that there is someone very special who is about to kind of come into your life. So this is going to be a brilliant moment because this is to do with somebody very, very special indeed. And even if that person, please don't get so upset if that person don't make themselves known in May. That person, May and June are very, very strong. Maybe you're just a little bit behind when it comes to feelings, emotions, and that part of your life. You know, it doesn't really matter. May and June are very, very important when it comes to this person walking into your life, and I absolutely love it because I know how exactly you're going to feel, and you are gonna love it. Okay, my gorgeous Pisces, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.